Welcome to the Commercial Real Estate Show. Thanks for joining us to lead, learn, and laugh. Learn market knowledge and best practices to lead your company's success. And laugh, yes, I think we have to have some fun along the way. Well, I'm Michael Bull, your host to the world of commercial real estate. Remember, if you have any questions or comments related to today's show or about any commercial real estate related endeavors, you're invited to connect, follow, like, tweet, circle, email, or call us. All our contact and social media connections are available at commercialrealestateshow.com. Well, today our show is called Associations That Matter. We have the opportunity to talk with the national leaders of 5 of the top commercial real estate associations in the U.S. My first guest, please welcome Terry Smith, President, SIOR, Society of Industrial and Office Realtors. Terry has over 30 years' experience in the commercial industrial investment markets. In the last 15 years, he's been involved in the assemblage, planning, development, and sales of 300-plus acres of land as Executive VP with Colliers in Nashville. Terry has also been active with SIOR, starting with the local chapters, and then became SIOR International President for 2012 and 2013. Terry Smith, welcome to the Commercial Real Estate Show.
Good morning, Michael, and thanks for having me on. It's a privilege to be able to be on the show with you this morning, and look forward to talking to you.
Well, I appreciate it. And, I think a lot of our listeners are maybe somewhat familiar with SIOR, and then some may not be familiar. Tell me a little bit about who your members are, how many you have, and some of the professions of the members.
Well, let me tell you, SIOR stands for Society of Industrial and Office Realtors, and we have 3,000 members worldwide. We're currently in 38 countries. I think we're in about 630 cities. And we've really been growing our membership internationally in the last few years. And that's one of the things that I've got to do quite a bit this year. I think I've been to London 4 times. So, we're really growing our membership internationally. And our members are, basically, to be an SIOR, you have to be in the business a minimum of 5 years. And you have to do certain levels of volume, and then you also have to pass a core curriculum of classes, and also pass an ethics test, and then you have to be voted in by your chapter. So again, it's a pretty stringent application to get in, but once people get in the organization, they're pretty much there for life. I've been a member for 21 years, and it's a wonderful organization.
Well, it's very respected in the industry, and realtors is in the name, but it's not all just realtors, right?
Well, basically it is.
Okay.
From a standpoint, we've got we're about 2,600 active realtor members, and those are guys and girls that are out there in the brokerage business, and they're either doing office or they're doing industrial business. The I is industrial and the O is office. And we didn't add the office until 1984. Prior to that, we were a Society of Industrial Realtors, and we were started back during World War II to help with the war effort. And but our members are, again, pretty much the brokers that are out there on the street, the first 2,600. Now, a couple of hundred are developer associates. And they might be a developer, they could be a banker, they could be, an appraiser, somebody that wants to be involved with our group.
Okay. And what are some of the benefits of membership, Terry?
Well, I think the one thing that I tell everybody about SIOR is SIOR is so much more than a network. It is really a relationship-driven organization. It's almost, it's kind of fun to say this, but it's almost like a fraternal organization. I truly have friends, and going back to the education and what we do, we have an education, and to get your designation, you have to take a core class. Well, when you go and do that core class, it's about a week long, and some of my very best friends, not only in business, but just friendships in general, are members that I've known for those 20-plus years because I got to know them that week going through the education. So again, SIOR to me and to a lot of people is a whole lot more than just a network. But what it is, is you get the very best in the market. So if I have a client that's in Nashville, Tennessee, and they want to do business in Atlanta or L.A. or Bangkok, the thing is I can pick up my SIOR directory, and I can get an SIOR in those markets that I know is going to take really good care of my client. And they're going to take care of my client like I'd take care of my client because of who they are and what they are. And so that's really what SIOR is all about.
Yeah, and that's important. And we're talking with Terry Smith, president of SIOR. And Terry, what might surprise people about membership?
Well, I think the one thing is we've got our membership right now is, again, we're growing. We're in 38 countries. I think that's something that people are a little surprised at because they didn't realize that we were an international group. But we are, and we're growing that, and that's where our growth has really occurred. Now, the other thing that will be a little bit of a surprise about membership is the fact that during this recent downturn, we did not lose members. Our members stayed right in there. We usually lose between 3 or 4% a year, and that's normal attrition. So from a standpoint of we've had just real steady growth, but again, we've always kind of been not much bigger than 3,000. So we're kind of staying right around that 3,000 number. I think last year we grew by 12 or 15 people. So I think the fact that it's a very stable organization and the fact that it's very financially strong. Right now, I think we have about 100% of our annual expenses in reserves. And that's pretty rare especially for a not-for-profit organization like ours.
Yeah, that is nice. Well, what about training? Are there some new training that you guys have developed, and in what ways are training available? Can you do any of it online? Tell us about that.
Well, one of the things that SIOR did many, many years ago, and I think it started back in 1962, we came up with basically a catalog of classes to basically kind of get your master's in real estate, and we continue to improve on those every year, and we've got some great instructors. Again, our instructors are instructors who give the core classes, which you've got to have, but then there's also a lot of classes from a standpoint on build-to-suit and financing and a lot of different topics that are very important in today's world. And one of the things about that is our instructors are always looking at new classes and new benefits for our members and for our people that are not members that need to be, more education in the industry, because one of the things that we're striving to is just to improve the commercial real estate industry.
Okay. And Terry, tell us about your events. You have the Fall World event coming up in Chicago, right?
Yeah, we've got we do 2 events a year, and we just completed one in Palm Desert about a month ago, and we had a great turnout out there. It's about 104 degrees, so it was nice and warm. And then we've got another event coming up in Chicago, which is our Fall World Conference, and we truly have people from all over the world there, and that'll be for a couple days in Chicago and late October. And then we've got another event that I'm real proud of is the fact that I'm in Nashville, and we've got the regional event coming to Nashville this August, and we'll probably have a couple hundred people, and that will be the folks from Tennessee, Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida. But we're always planning, always looking out ahead. Matter of fact, in October of 2014, we've got our Fall World Convention here in Nashville. So I'm predicting we'll have 1,200 to 1,500 people for that one. So that'll be exciting.
Okay, well, that's great. Well, Terry Smith, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you taking the time to talk to our listeners around the country today.
Well, again, it's a privilege for me to do that, and I look forward to anytime you need me to come in and talk for a few minutes, I'm available. So just give me a shout. And again, for all those folks out there that that are qualified that should be SIORs. They need to get their paperwork in. We'd love to have it, especially you. Since you're a CCIM, you need to get your designation.
That's a good tip. I'll be there. And be sure to. All right. Thanks, Terry.
Thanks. Have a great 4th of July.
You too. And be sure to check out more of the advantages of SIOR. Visit SIOR.com. Well, stay tuned for more associations that matter. This is the Commercial Real Estate Show. We'll be right back. The Commercial Real Estate Show is brought to you by professionals at Bull Realty, Cone Resnick, France Media, Atlanta Office Liquidators, and Weissman Nowak Curry and Wilco. For more information about these companies or to access additional show podcasts or videos, visit commercialrealestateshow.com.